Hi, James.
Hi, my name is James Stravino. How are you doing?
I'm okay. I'm here with you. Tell me a little bit.
So great. I wish they were better. But yeah, I've made 2 videos. This is my 3rd installment. In March of this year, Rural Metro Ambulance dropped me as a client because they said it was not medically necessary for me to travel by ambulance. I disputed it, but they still dropped me. I had to go to the hospital for dialysis, and the hospital agreed to pay 2 months of ambulance service to me so that I can be transported until May the 1st.
Non-emergency.
Non-emergency.
Transportation.
Non-emergency transportation. In March of this year, I received a letter saying that I'm going to receive long-term care coverage. And when I called to pick out a plan, they enrolled me into a plan, and I received my cards yesterday. They enrolled me in a plan and asked me to pick a MMA plan, which is the Medicaid program.
Your long-term care is Coventry?
Coventry, and my MMA plan is United Health.
That's what they say.
That's what I chose.
Yeah.
That's what I picked out. Mm-hmm. And they sent me letters saying that it would start May the 1st. And I received these 2 cards on May the 1st.
Are dated as May the 1st,
2015.
What's happening now?
Well, when I called United Health, they didn't have me in their system. And when I called DCF, they said, which is the Division of Children and Families, they said that somehow in the computer it got deleted that I was receiving a Medicaid waiver.
But this is not the only issue. You were supposed to start on April the 1st, right?
I was, but due to another snafu from DCF, I had to wait until May the 1st.
Well, people, we're talking that the Department of Children and Family keep messing the system, or at least messing James' records or files. And from April the 1st, that was he's supposed to get the benefits. It turned that they made a mistake, and he was supposed to start yesterday, May the 1st. But it didn't happen either. Keep telling me, James.
And I don't have I don't have any more transportation to dialysis.
Actually, the hospital agreed to do an extra day, right?
Right. They transported me today, May 2nd. But after today, there's no transportation, so I don't have any way of getting to dialysis. And I will not, and I will say this emphatically, go to the hospital. Because every time I've gone to the hospital, I've gotten septic pneumonia, I've gotten C. diff, I've gotten other illnesses other than...
Can you explain us a little bit about your immune system?
What immune system?
You have nothing. No.
I don't have any immune system. I can catch a cold just by somebody sneezing on me.
James, do you have home care?
I have, yes, home health care.
Do you have a case manager or social worker?
Yes.
Has she done anything for you?
No.
Do you have a social worker at the dialysis center?
Yeah.
Has she done anything for you?
She's a joke. No.
She's a joke. So she haven't done anything.
No, she lied to me. She said she took care of all this paperwork with DCF, and I come to find out she didn't do a thing.
Is there anybody helping you right now?
No.
Nobody?
No. Well, other than my lovely wife, no.
What about ESRD?
Well, Helen at ESRD, which is over Medicare, is investigating the dialysis center for mistreatment of their patients, among other things.
Okay. In addition, I would like you to tell them, all these people that are listening to you, that during these 2 months that you were receiving non-emergency transportation, you were basically dropped twice.
Yeah, one company dropped me and slammed my head against the wall. The other company pulled me out of the back of the ambulance and didn't secure the stretcher and dropped me to the ground.
James, can you show again all the people that are listening to and watching this video the 2 cards that shows that you supposed to receive medical insurance,
Right.
Medicaid, long-term care, and MMA as yesterday, May the 1st.
Yes.
Did you receive any visit yesterday?
Yes, from the long-term care plan, they sent a case manager out to evaluate me.
Anything else? I mean, James, is there anybody showing any interest to help you?
No. No, I'm proverbially the red-headed stepchild. I don't get help from any outside source. Basically, what the social worker at dialysis does is she tells me one thing and I find out it's another.
James, how is your anxiety level with all this situation?
I cry.
You're upset.
I have fits of rage.
You feel hopeless.
Yeah, I feel like there's nobody out there that cares or can do anything about this. I'm not.
Do you have a normal life in your life, James?
I wish I had a normal life.
Do you think that all these agencies don't help at all with all your anxiety and all your medical conditions?
I think.
Do they worsen
these
it?
Agencies play at working for the government. They're just there to collect a paycheck. And once they collect their paycheck, that's all they want to do. I have bent over backwards. I have played their game. I have jumped through their hoops. And in the end, I'm back where I started. And that's not fair to me nor anybody else that's going through this. And it's especially hard on my wife.
Do you think that dialysis patients deserve this treatment?
No.
Do you
Nobody deserves
Do
this
you
treatment.
think that a dog from the street or a cat gets better treatment than you?
Yeah, because vets and people who work with animals care about the animals.
Mm-hmm.
They don't. When it comes to a person, I sometimes wish I was livestock because I'd be treated a whole lot better. I mean, what I would like people to do is to call their local congressperson or state senator or U.S. senator or U.S. congressperson and tell them, show them this video, show them the first 2 parts of the videos that I made, and tell them what is the issue with helping a guy who obviously needs the help and making him do everything and then tell him, nope, you can't do this. It's not available anymore. And it's not his fault. It's the computers at DCF. Somebody punches a number or they punch a key and woof, all your information's wiped out.
You're telling me that more human mistakes, these are like humanity mistakes? Like everybody's making mistakes in every single office?
No, you know what? No, I will say this. The people in those offices are not trained properly and do not know what they are doing. So they just guess and suppose. Yesterday I talked to a gentleman who worked for Division of Children and Family, and I asked him what the problem was. His answer to me was, I don't know.
You're excluded.
I'm excluded.
Why are you excluded?
I said, why? I don't know. That's the standard answer you get when you call a government agency. I don't know.
James, how is the wound that you got last month in Florida Hospital, Altamont? How is that wound?
It's infected.
It's not healing?
Black. It's not healing. I can't afford to go to the hospital because when I go to the hospital, I either get nicked or I get C. diff, I get pneumonia. I just cannot go back to the hospital and risk getting something that's going to kill me. But here's the underlying to that statement. If I don't go to the hospital and I don't get transportation to dialysis, I'm a dead man anyways. So whichever way I look, the state has boxed me into a corner and I can't get out of it.
Are you telling me that the only medical provider that is actually doing his job is your primary care physician?
That's correct.
And your nurse?
And my nurse. That's it. That's it.
Not any other one. They're pocket checks and they are not doing their jobs.
Yeah, basically.
Thank you, James, for sharing your story. Is there anything you want to add?
I want to thank all the people who listen to this video, and if you will do what I ask and contact somebody that's a representative or a congressperson or a senator, I would very much appreciate you doing this. Without doing that, and I have talked to state senators and congresspeople, and they pawned me off to different people, and even people who I thought were going to help me, it was a bunch of lip service. Nobody wants to help me, and I'm tired, and I think that it's a shame that people treat the handicapped like they're stupid.
No justice for disabled?
Nope. No justice for the disabled.
Thank you for listening to this message. These are James Stravino and Pamela Cabrera. Thank you again, and we will keep fighting until we find the right transportation for my husband to go to dialysis, until he's ready to actually do it on wheelchair or in another way. Thank you so much for listening, and have a blessed day. And as James says, we will appreciate if you can call your congressman or let somebody else know how is he being treated. This is just